I think I'm starting to notice a pattern here.
Oh, really? Episode 16, Switching Places.
Another one of these tropes, just like the dream sequence, that's switching bodies or switching brains. It's been done already, guys. It's not that interesting.
Lizzie McGuire's done it. Freaking hell. Another show that's done it.
Kim Possible.
Yeah.
There's a message for you.
And there's a
Thank you
message.
for that.
And there's a message for me.
Alright.
Well, but this time Billy invents a really weird-looking machine that can supposedly read minds. Yeah, read someone's mind while you're both strapped to a machine.
This chair hurts my ass. Is that about the only thing you'd really be able to think?
Yeah. Well, at the beginning of the episode, Squat switches these two wires, which causes the machine to mess up and switch their brains.
And really, if it only takes one wire, how did you know it was safe for human testing?
Or better yet, how the heck was it possible to switch brains through wires?
I don't know.
We're going Frankenstein here.
Well, we're going under the same logic that one episode ago was doing an invisibility formula, and about, I want to say, at least about 6 or 7 episodes ago, was dealing with 3D movies and a flying car.
Well, whatever the case, Billy and Kimberly switch bodies, then again, and Bulk and Skull switch bodies.
And they basically do nothing with the Bulk and Skull, nothing at all except eat a meatball sub.
They got that one scene.
They eat, one scene where they eat a meatball sub. The Billy and Kimberly stuff is, it's okay, I guess.
Kimberly tries to act as... Well, basically we get to see David Yost act feminine.
Which I'm wondering, or I wasn't wondering actually, you were wondering.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
David Yost. If anyone's seen my Where Are They Now, you know he ended up leaving Power Rangers because he was harassed for being gay, so is this a shot at him?
The world may never know.
Bulk and Skull is actually one of many wasted opportunities in this episode because Jason and Paul, they were actually really good at playing each other's character.
Yeah, I think if it had been focused...
Even the voices sounded like them.
I think if it had been focused more on them, it would have been funny.
They did have a few funny lines.
Or if instead of, what would have been really funny is if one of the Power Rangers had to switch their minds with Bulk and Skull.
Yeah.
That could have been funny.
Although that would have put the entire thing in jeopardy there.
Maybe, but, it still would have been kind of interesting.
And then Billy and Kim already get like this.
And it would have allowed for development. And, again, why is it Billy and Kimberly? They already did the switching their personalities in Power Rangers punks, and now they have this?
Also, the fight was with the genie.
It's a
mess.
It's a mess. It
was literally, they showed 2 seconds of them losing the putties and Goldar, and then it's not them. Morph to the genie. Okay, they're there. They get hit. Then they warp to the command center. Give them a pep talk. Yeah. You can as long as you work together, nothing can beat you. Then back to there. Then Rita comes. Well, the thing with the
the Power Rangers attack once and it kills him. Really, they only attack once.
The lamp they did.
Well, yeah, and the lamp is kind of a real bullcrap thing.
It was a genie. That's the thing about the stock footage in Sentai. The episode was all about the genie. It was a real genie, not a monster. The kids found it originally. They made stupid wishes for candy and toys. And the genie got hand in hand, and eventually the bad guys got their hand on it. In fact, that genie didn't want to fight the Power Rangers. He got, forced to from one of the wishes. That's why his costume changed when he was fighting them. He looked more demonic. It was really, and they didn't destroy him. They snapped him out of it, which is why we got that weird ending.
And because of that, it could have been really cool, but instead they decided to focus on switching bodies. And these two people doing nothing that two people switching bodies. Like, if a guy and a girl were switching bodies, everyone knows what the guy would do.
We don't talk about that.
That's basically what they do.
Yeah, they did that in the Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah. And you know what?
Oh, guess
It was, for all the flaws of that film, at least they got the whole switching brains aspect correct as what would actually happen.
There's a fun story. Super Sentai's guilty of this exact same storyline too. They did it in not in the pirate theme actually. And it was actually addressed in there. The Yellow Ranger and the Green Ranger switched body, and she said, "Okay, but if you touch in any weird ways, you get fined."
Yeah, that would have.
And it was funnier then because in that show, the Green Ranger was like really shy type. So.
Okay, yeah, that would have been rather interesting. But overall, this episode, the only funny thing I really found that was at least worthy of laughter is after they all switched their brains.
Literally the second to last line spoken.
The second to last line is Skull going to Billy and saying, "Hey, can I borrow your brain for a math test on Monday?" Great line. That is a great line.
That line alone, I'm gonna give it a 1.5 out of 5.
I'll give it a 2.
I guess you found something to like about it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was well, okay. That's the thing is that by doing the 5-star, by doing like this 5-number rating system, it's kind of hard to put.
Yeah,
this episode is bad, but it's
tolerable.
It's tolerable.
For me, it's
a 2 that's tolerable, whereas last episode was a 2 that's intolerable.
Well, the thing about the 1+5 score, it's because if it's out of 10, anything below a 7 is viewed the same. That's the problem. So it's...
Right, viewed under a 7?
Anything below a 7, people are going to just look at as plain negative.
Whatever.
But my biggest problem is just a lot of wasted opportunity in this episode. A lot of cheap, really quick edits.
So, what's the next episode?
Out of Control.
Really?
That's the subtitle. Green with Evil, Part 1, Out of Control. Yeah! It'll be...
Woohoo! Woohoo! Yes! Yes! Woohoo! We'll see you guys next time.